nothing like a little bit of spice to start off our track weekend. The car feels great, but what you're watching here is me trying to go into fifth and absolutely nothing happening. I don't have fifth gear.
Those look like clips to hold something.
That's all just metal shavings with clips in it? Yes, sir. Trans is out. How beautiful this brand new OS Geiken LSD is. This thing is sick. This is like Sparko.
How much do you think it weighs now that you're holding it?
This weighs... Before we hop into today's video, you guys might remember my old AE86, and today I have something pretty special for you guys. Here's an opportunity for you guys to be a part of the channel or even own a piece of the channel's history. We've partnered with veteran-owned small business GetEnteredToWin.com to bring you guys an awesome chance to win my old Initial D style AE86. All you guys have to do is click the link in the description, go to go.GetEnteredToWin.com and use my personal link, which will be down in the description box below, buy the collectible mug or a digital download. And not only do you guys get a cool collectible mug, you guys get a chance to win this AE86, and you're able to genuinely help support the growth of my channel and the ability to continue delivering awesome free content for you guys. So like I said, all you guys have to do is click the link in the description, go to go.GetEnteredToWin.com, buy a cool collectible mug or digital download, and get your automatic entry and a chance to win this amazing AE86. Thank you guys for the support and good luck. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back from vacation and getting right to work. I am so stoked, and today we're starting back with one of everybody's favorite cars, the Attack 32. And you know, my personal favorite car. I absolutely love this thing, and I showed you guys a little bit of what happened previously to the car. If you guys don't know, we were racing the car, and long story short, it blew fifth and reverse, which are just really strange gears to blow in the first place, and it was kind of out of commission, but kind of a blessing in disguise because it was the perfect time for us to kind of revamp some things that we had to get done. Number one being, if we head right over here into our pile of things, we have our OEM LSD that has been transformed with the OS Geiken two-way LSD, which is going to be absolutely insane. Now, this is just the rear. We do have the front differential that we can throw in, but what I wanted to do is see how the car feels with the rear LSD first, and then move on to the front as well. Once we actually found another stock transmission, huge thank you to Sean over at Top Rank Importers. It was just the perfect storm of events for us to go ahead and get the rear diff done, and we're super stoked. So today we're going to be getting the R32 GTR back in commission. Well, sort of, I guess. The car still needs a tune. If you guys don't remember, during that same event where we blew the fifth in reverse, the car also started having some really weird tuning issues. So we do have to get this thing tuned, which will be done once the transmission and the diff are in. But today, these are the two things that we're getting done in the GTR, and I'm super freaking pumped. Now, this is another stock 5-speed transmission. I do want to give you guys a small update with the transmission too. We actually have a dog box gear set coming from Australia that would be rebuilding this transmission with once it actually comes in, but that is a good ways out. It is going to take a few months for that stuff to get finished being produced and then shipped over to us from Australia. So we'll keep you guys updated on the dog box transmission, which is going to be absolutely insane, by the way. For now, we're going to be running stock trans along with our OS Geiken two-way LSD, and it's going to be fantastic. So before we get started with putting everything back into the car, which is going to be a mission, this thing weighs a ton, I wanted to address a couple of questions that I keep getting on the Attack 32. Are we still going to be racing the car? The answer to that question is yes, but we're just going to be going in a slightly different direction. Through driving this car and quote-unquote competing with it at the Grid Life events, we did that for quite a while, and I kind of came to a conclusion, and quite honestly, that conclusion is just I really miss the R32 GTR. This is my favorite car. I absolutely love this thing. You guys know I always freak out when I go to Japan and get to see a good 32 at Daikoku or running on the loop or whatever the case, and I just overall really miss this car. So with that being said, what I mean about this car is going in a different direction is we're still going to be tracking it. It's just going to be for fun. When I'm in Japan, I see so many different GTRs that are built even crazier than my car that are still being daily driven or driven all the time to go to different car meets, to go to Daikoku, to run the loop, all of that kind of stuff. And I really want to do that with my R32. And instead of constantly racing it and beating it and competing with it, because it does constantly break, it's one thing after another, which granted, it comes with the territory. I really want to bring this car back to being a more streetable, fun, trackable car as well. Yes, we're still going to have the gutted interior. I love that about the car. And yes, we're going to keep all of our race car parts, the suspension, everything. It's just, I'm just going to start driving it again. I miss it so much. This car doesn't need to only live on the track. And as far as like competing with the car and stuff like that, that's going to be put on hold for this thing. And we're just going to go back to having fun with the GTR. GTRs are my absolute favorite cars, and we've built this one to be the trackable monster that it is. And I just want to also enjoy it on the street. So we are going to be making a couple of changes with the car just to be able to have this thing be a little bit more streetable, which number one is probably going to be the exhaust. So a little sneak peek on what we have is, you see that big fragile box over there? If you guys have been paying attention to some of the Japan series that we've been doing, that was a very special piece that we're going to be installing. Even over here, we even have some really rare BR side skirts for the 32, and we also have the Fujimura OEM wing gurney flap for this car that we're going to be throwing it all on. And I'm so pumped to just get this car back and start driving this thing for you guys again. And it seems like you guys really enjoyed the canyon driving video, so that's what I really want to do in the 32 coming up. To sum everything up, we are going to be making the Attack 32 the ultimate fun haver car and just have it more suitable for street driving as well. I know you guys have been asking me to do more street car builds and more stuff on the streets, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing with the 32, and I am super freaking pumped for it. Let's get started.
Did you just get it?
It's not lined up, but
Try that. Hey.
Is that it?
It's in. It's in.
Are you joking me?
Hold it.
First try?
Dude, it slid again, like butter. All right, so this one and this one.
Are we professionals?
Yes.
Holy moly.
That was, honestly, that was the easiest trans we've ever put in. I thought it was gonna be so difficult.
Me too.
Just.
That's a good extension you got there, Tim.
So,
you look really deep in it there.
I'm super deep.
Fucking extension, dude. It works.
Hey, it worked. That's all that matters, right? Nice.
Let's go. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Mission number one, a massive success. Trans is in. Time to do the diff and our two drive shafts. I got a hot and ready OS Geiken LSD. Ready for delivery. Ready for install, actually. Oh yeah. We are so close. Diff is in, We got our trans in, drive shafts are in, now we're filling her up with fluid. We did use shockproof heavy for the trans. For the transfer case at least, we do have the Valvoline ATF, and we also used Valvoline gear oil, which you can see right here for our new diff. This is gonna be absolutely sick. We are so close. We just finished the ATF. We're gonna button this up, put our sway bar back on. I gotta put in the broken shifter because I totally forgot that we actually need a new shifter. Where's it? We actually just found this today as we were getting parts. Another thing that broke on the car is our shifter. Just randomly, we were racing at, is that what happened? Yeah, Gingerman. Racing at Gingerman Raceway, and my shifter broke inside of my shift knob. Another one of the unlucky things that's happened to this car, but it's fine, we'll get it fixed. Let's button up our transfer case and keep moving. Okay. Nice.
So,
final piece of, you can see where the frickin' shift knob sheared off right there, dude. What a weird issue to have. And this is the Nismo quick shift is what they called it. There's two different ones. You have the short shift and the quick shift. This was the quick shift. This is like a really nice one. It just snapped in half from that shift knob. Really crazy. But anyways, we're so close. We're missing 2 washers. Don't even care. Don't care.
it's got to be replaced anyways, so.
Yes, exactly. At some point it will be replaced. I have unfortunate news.
What?
Came out.
What came out?
The shifter.
How?
There it is.
And you lost something.
Yeah, I got it right here. No, we're just gonna stupid thing.
You seem very frustrated.
Well, this thing is it's just dumb. The whole mechanism is dumb.
I wish I knew where your stock one was. I would throw that back in.
You
I know
got-
you didn't get rid of it.
I didn't. It's gone in the abyss somewhere. I'm not gonna let this shifter defeat me today. I have all the things we've done today.
No, it's not going to defeat you because we're going to sit here until you're done.
Found the hole. Well, did I find? Yep, found the hole. Okay, now.
My old man knees hurt.
Son of a. Because everything else is bolted in, which doesn't make any sense as to why this one would be.
You can jiggle this around.
Yeah, I can jiggle it around, but I can't move it anywhere. Oh, fuck. It's moving the whole thing. Oh, is that it? Oh, thank God.
Jiggle.
Thank God.
Jiggle it next time.
Jiggle it next time. Okay. We are going to retain the duct tape shift knob. Surprisingly, it works really well. That was
This looks like a beat club, dude.
That was my my makeshift shift knob for the event after it cracked in half, and we just left it because it feels great. One day we'll have a real shift knob on this thing.
Maybe I'll take that new welder and try and fix it.
Should. That'd be sick. That means you have to take this whole thing out again. You ready to see this, Tim?
Yep.
All back. Oh, we're about to do the first start, too. I'm so excited. You know, Tim and I were talking, and this thing has been down since September. We've been waiting on a trans and our diff. So I don't even think we explained this, but you guys saw the process of us taking the trans, swapping it with Sean's over at Top Rank, and then us dropping off the diff. But it turned out we needed completely new axle spline. So we had to order axle splines from Japan, get those over to the diff shop so they could actually build us our differential. And it was just a whole process. We totally just, I totally forgot we didn't even show him any of
Yeah,
this.
we didn't show him any of that.
Okay, you ready for this? We need some juice flowing in here.
Yeah, it needs a move for that.
Thank you. Okay, you ready?
Take the exhaust piece off because there's a flange on there still. It's been a while and the battery is a little low, so.
A minute. Whoa. And she's only 85. All right, here we go.
Starts right up. Started right up. Wrap.
works.
That part works.
That part works. Next up, we're gonna throw a seat in here. We're gonna throw the Brid Japan series seat, and this actually feels a little bit better. Yeah, it feels better. Throw a seat in here so that we can actually take this thing for a little test drive and see how the trans feels and the new diff. Put it through the test. But so far, so good. It is so nice to have the Attack 32 back. From the good storage space we have up there, I guess I should probably grab that. Oh, hey, it's pretty light. Got it. Change of plans.
Yes, change of plans.
Change of plans. We don't have hardware to mount the bottom mounted seat to the rail because I think we used it for a different car while this car was down. So we have to go run and get some hardware, which will be a mission for another time. But for today, we still have our stock seat, which is perfectly fine for right now. So we are going to throw this guy back in there just for testing purposes, and it should be good to go for, it's going to be awesome. So, okay, come on, you sled. There we go.
Man, it looks so weird with the stock seat.
It does. Oh, so weird. Okay. To fix is a lot of you guys noticed that our battery shows red when we get into the higher RPMs. That means our alternator isn't charging or something, and that's still happening. So one issue that we really have to fix is the alternator. So we can't rip it when we go test drive. I do just want to make sure the car goes into 5th gear and everything, like, goes through every gear really. So we're not going to rip it, but we're going to hopefully try and just make it down the street. Okay. Oh my God. Look at how sweaty and raw that car is. And yes, okay. Trans works and diff works. Massive thank you to number one, OS Geiken, for helping us with this diff. It was a year process to even get these things in stock, and now that it's finally here, that's amazing. But all of that to say, a huge thank you as well to Top Rank Importers number one for helping us with the trans and helping us source the splines we needed for the diff. Now, obviously, we can't really feel the benefits of the diff until we take this thing on the track or even some spirited driving on the canyon. So that is definitely to come. But we still have some things to figure out on this. Okay, to finish off our plans with the GTR today, number one, I want to talk to you guys. Like I said, I want to make this thing more streetable, more reliable, just to like take it to shows and do all the regular streetable fun things, which is, this car just is meant to be driven and I want to drive it more. So number one, like I said, the alternator. We may have a bad connection to the alternator, having to do with something with the OEM display. It's a long story, but once we figure it out, I can tell it to you guys, or we might just have a bad alternator in general. So we're gonna check that. Then number two, something really weird, our power steering pump leaks. And it's weird because it doesn't leak when we drive the car, it's when we let the car sit, it starts seeping out. So our good friend, oh, you can actually see it right now.
Yes, it's wet.
Yeah, it's wet. That's weird.
See if you guys can see it.
So you probably won't be able to, oh, we have a napkin down there too, by the way.
Sick.
So there's a lot of buttoning up to do here. So what I was gonna say is our good friend Lee from Monster Performance told us about a little secret, and we wanna make sure that we can actually do it with this car, and we'll share that with you once the time comes. But we're gonna be replacing our power steering pump with something completely different, and actually even relocating it. So I actually have the biggest and the craziest adventure of my life coming up in about a week. So while I'm doing that, which you guys will hear more about on April 14th or 15th, whenever I leave and go to that. But while I'm gone, Tim Bro over here is going to be taking charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix this guy.
So he's gonna be buttoning up everything with the GTR so that when I'm back from this crazy adventure I'm going on, we'll be able to completely have this car ready to go, making some awesome fun content with it. But for now, we gotta get everything buttoned up. So I hope you guys are excited for the Revamp series on the Attack 32. We're gonna be doing some body work. We're gonna be just buttoning up everything. It's gonna be so freaking sick, just like this car was always meant to be. And I'm very excited. It is. It's a very, very hot car, especially now that's becoming summertime. But anyways.
What's a sweaty back?
Yeah. You know. Mission success for today, Tim. Hell yeah. I'm stoked.